All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin, day 947. Mark. So yes, I'm wearing my Charlie Brown shirt. And I think it was the first time that I decided to do a walk or something with this one. I don't know. A lot of first times today, right? And it might have been one of the greatest days of my professional life. Because I drove an hour and a half. Well, it was an hour and 15 minutes. I got there pretty fast today. To go to the district office and then do the online or the virtual graduation. So my students who never seen me face to face got to see me first time from face to face. Had the graduation music going, and then they're able to get their diploma. And I was there to film it. Gave them my mask. But it was an amazing day because some of the kids didn't know who I was. I had to go up there. Hey, you know who I am, right? They're like, oh my gosh, Mr. Shin. Gave me a hug. It's like they're happy that I was able to get them to graduate, right? I mean, it was amazing. Okay. And then I had a chance to hang out with all the principals and all the superintendents. So what I mean by all the superintendents is you have one superintendent and then you have a bunch of assistant superintendents. Then you have directors and coordinators, and then you have the principals. And they were all there. And I was the only teacher doing the whole thing for the summer thing, so I was the guy. And then so it was great. I know, I gave my students assignment today to do this stuff, but I told them I have to do this because, I spent so much time with these kids. I had to see them graduate, okay? And I needed them to see me. So when we did it, there's like dead time in between waiting for certain kids to come because they drove up, and then there's a thing where we say their name, give them the diploma on the video. Great, right? So I'm the one that makes the video too. Okay, so it's going to be awesome. And so in between, I got to, interact. Even beforehand, got to talk. I'm hanging out. And it was really amazing. I'm not going to lie. Because here I am, able to socialize and just talk stories, whatever. But I was able to get talk time with the superintendent about my ideas. One of my ideas blew his mind. So I told him, if you want to use it, great. No big deal. As long as our district is the one that uses it, that's what I care about, right? And it's something that's going to be so game-changing that, this is even more so than my whole social distancing in a choral classroom. Hold on, I got to take this one. It's one of my coworkers. Anyways, so, it felt good because it's like, I invited him if he wants to see, how I teach. I invited all the principals if they want to see. Because it's not a cocky thing, okay? It's one of the things where if I could help out the world, who am I to say no, right? But the way that our teaching setup is, I really think it's really innovative, okay? And the thing is, I really think that anybody could actually do it. And if it's going to help these... Oh, here's the restroom. I totally forgot. Time out. Oh, gosh. So, I just had a bunch of calls since that last break right there. But, I'm helping people out, right? Oh, so anyways, I had to think about it. Trying to do the best I could possibly be, coming in and stuff, and yeah, okay. So anyways, it's kind of weird. For those of you who knew when I first started my career, there's a lot of bumps and bruises along the way, but now I feel pretty good. I feel like my mastery of the subject and teaching style. Okay, so obviously there's still improvement that I have to go, right? And then thank goodness I have people that will still criticize what I do, but not like, oh yeah, you suck, whatever. No, they said, hey, I think you could do this and this is this. I'm like, wow, that's brilliant, So it's I do a lot of glitz and sparkle and stuff when I do. I mean, it's all show, but it's like the substance part of it and the discipline part of it. I'm still working on the stuff, but what I have is, I think it's really good, but it could always get better. And I always need people to watch what I do so they could say, hey, look, you could do this. You can't do this. Maybe you should try this, whatever, right? It's perfectly fine. I'm open for criticism, because that's what I want to strive to be the best teacher I could be. I don't have control of anybody else. I'm nobody's boss or anything, right? But at least for me, and seeing the big picture on what needs to be done, I'm going to do my best. And then so for all my kids out there, give them my all. And yeah, some people I know, music's not for everybody. My teaching style's not for everybody. So I get kids that drop my class or, oh, I've got to take another class. Great, no big deal, But the kids who understand me, I understand them. And I'm going to try and not make their life easier, make their life better. So if I'm doing that for them, I have to make my life better too. With some of the things that happened today, I realize how much more important it is to get myself in shape, take care of myself, take care of my home life, and make myself better. Because if I can't do it, how am I supposed to be teaching these other people to do it, right? So these are all the things where I know I should have done this a long time ago, but I didn't. Close to my car. That means day 947 in the books. And so, things happen are better. My students who graduate, their lives are a lot better now that they're high school graduates. My life's a lot better. I was able to present some stuff to, my superintendent and, get to know some of the big wigs and stuff. And, it's nice to be able to be fortunate to be able to talk to some of these people, instead of just like, oh yeah, okay, thanks, Mr. Shannon, and that's it, right? So, I don't know. I enjoy what I do, and then it's fun because this is so much different than the summer when it's like, people are worrying about, oh, what's going to be my future, oh, whatever. I kind of see my future. I mean, I'm no fortune teller or anything, but I know that if I keep doing my best, I'm not really worried about getting paid for doing my best. Because, in July, half the month I work for free. But it paid off because, I helped those kids graduate. So that's what I'm about too. And still, even, I got paid for 2 weeks. It's perfectly fine because the way that our teacher salary is, for the 12th month, I don't get paid. So that totally helped out, paid for rent, so food and stuff. But now that I'm starting this whole new year, new goals, new expectations, and it's one of those things where, like when a magician does a trick, you don't want to see their next show and it's going to be the same trick or weaker tricks. You want to see what they're going to do better, right? So I'm still at amateur status, I think, amateur status magician. So I got to come up with stuff that's going to wow them, right? And then so during one of these phone calls from when I'm walking around here today, it's going to do something that's going to blow people's minds. I asked my buddy Shoddy, I'm like, hey, can you help me out with this? I need this. And then he sent me, and I saw it, and I heard it, and I go, oh my gosh. It's going to change. It's going to change the world. I know I keep saying that a lot, right? Change the world, change the world, change the world. But these are ideas that someone's going to think up eventually, right? This one, it's like, I'll tell you what this one is. My classes are 31 minutes. And you start, whatever. And then towards the end, if I'm talking too long, my kids are going, hey, we got to go, right? So what Shoddy did for me is he made some original talkover music. So I press play when class starts and a bell rings. And then I have, my chill music underneath for 30 minutes. Last minute it changes, and then the bell rings again. Okay, class is done. So, something so simple. Well, it's not simple, but once you actually have it, then I could share it with all the other teachers, and they could use it, because instead of just using an alarm clock. And plus, this gives the kids a little relaxing when they're actually hearing your lesson. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll use some of these for my live streams or whatever. We'll see. During game music, whatever. Doesn't really matter. So I just gotta come up with different styles of music. So when I'm like relaxed, a relaxed song. If I tell something exciting, I'll have an exciting song. But it all starts and ends with the bell. Anyways, can change the world. Be Nation, day 947. If I can exercise 947 days in a row, you could exercise 947 days in a row. Because if I could do it, you could do it. And I'm doing it. Changing the world.